want to be the next big animator? This guy does.
My end goal is just to have my name going on a credit of a movie where in the animation section you see Andrew Wing, and it's just that feeling of accomplishment and work and how it's all paying off.
But wait, all his hopes and dreams could be ruined by rejection. Don't let this happen to you. Turn rejection into celebration. Get accepted instead. Come to PortPrep's Summer Portfolio Camp to find out how. I've teamed up with Garth Laidlaw, a recent graduate from one of the best animation colleges in the world, Sheridan College. And we've put together a comprehensive program that will help you build a portfolio so that you can get into the best arts college, even programs like animation.
Learn anatomy because my characters have to be able to look like real people. Otherwise, the audience can tell that, you know, they're just, you just have a certain style and you're not breaking the rules on purpose, you're breaking them by accident because you don't know how to make a character correct.
Yeah, and I actually learned how to draw my own head. I did not think that I could do that. With moving legs that's trying to look like it's walking on like a flat plane. It's really difficult because you're like, how does my leg move like this and how does the foot work? And Garth showed me how the foot like actually like goes like in a certain direction.
You can't just draw it from one perspective. You got to be able to twist the muscle, and you got to be able to show it from a different point of view instead of just a front view. You have to show it from a 3/4.
Awesome guy.
And he's really down to earth and like he'll tell it as it is. I like the fact that he has real world experience. Like he's been through the course, knows what's in the course and how to deal with it.
Welcome to character design. so this clump, this is the clump here.
Yes.
So that's coming at us. So that's going to be, and it's sort of in between. So it's going to be doing this. That's the main clump, or the front clump at least. And this one, you get to choose what that's doing. So what I would think is that that's actually doing this.
We don't, from the front view, we don't really get a sense of how wide the character is. You can kind of see him, and you're like, oh, he's probably got a fair amount of width because he's you know, really bulky up in the upper body especially. So what some people will do is they'll just do each change of view consecutively. So they'll start with the front, sort of sketchy and also yeah, exaggerated, but also they're meant to be an actual 3D form. And these all are, in some regard, but these are actually meant to be built. So it's interesting to construct something that you know is going to be a physical object versus just... If it adds to the character, also feel free to give them a neck. Yesterday, all the color layers, at least, that aren't including the line layer, the background copy, and the bottom layer, layer 1. That's the background color. So select color all the way up to whatever else you made. And then press Control G when you have all of them selected. Oh, and to select all, you just hold Shift. So I'll just do that again. So I select the top layer that I colored, and then go all the way down to the bottom, the first layer that I used, which is color. Hold Shift and click. So I have them all selected by Shift clicking the bottom, and then just press Control G.
The background copy at the top?
Yeah, the background copy is out of that group. So we're not going to group the background copy. Just all the color layers that we worked on. And that way we're still keeping them in the file.
Then like Control D?
Yep. Then Control G and name that group. Maybe first color pass. First color pass. And then you can just hide that layer by clicking the little eyeball next to it. Or a group, sorry. Hide that group.
Successful story here. It's Rebecca Simpson, and she got accepted into Sheridan. Yeah, so she's going to impart her wisdom to our group here for our summer portfolio camp. And you took some workshops with Garth and I in the winter.
I did, yeah. I took object drawing. I did some light drawing with Garth and room drawing with you.
Right. Oh, when you were in my life drawing class.
Oh, yeah, that's
you
true, I
had
was, yeah.
GSA, and then you took some character design, or did you not? Did you take any character design, Garth?
No, I think I just had there was a general like intro where you just kind of covered your experience getting in.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, but you had a lot of great ability, and and I found it amazing, Garth, how you were saying that around only 5% get accepted out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't wait to see your portfolio.
And they really care the most about
Yeah.
story, and especially when you can make it simple. The simpler the better. And like you said, with like you mentioned that some people were not getting in that had very intricate design characters, and that's sort of the same thing, but for story. Sometimes people will dress up a story with all kinds of frills, but sometimes just the simpler you can make it, the better results you'll get from it.
Yeah.
And it's also very animatable. Like,
Yeah.
It could be in like a Bugs Bunny show. In fact, even some of your design.
Yeah, I
feels
did.
like
I did
echoes
take
of
some inspiration from everybody there.
Yeah. that reminds
The
me
background and the clouds.
Yeah, it reminds me of like those.
Yeah.
Or like the Flintstones or something. It's
I
also
actually referenced a lot of Bugs Bunny because he tunnels around the countryside,
Yeah.
and I referenced that a lot to figure out how to draw this.
Yeah. Nice. That's great.
So kind of I just drew inspiration from there.
That's actually a good question. So in general, how much did you find reference to be useful versus just kind of going through your imagination?
There has to be some aspect of it, like of imagination, because you are telling a story.
Yeah.
But like I looked up trailers because like the trailer itself kind of wound up being a character design
Yeah.
because it had to look like he lived there. It had to fit the setting.
Yeah.
So I had to
exactly
look
what I'm
up
talking about.
a lot of trailers to find something that fit. I had to look up, figure out a background.
I would recommend it to other people because it's very open. They're not judging you on what level you are. It's just simply you come here to draw, you come here to learn, and that's what you'll get.